I put an advert out for it, Stephen Gerrard applied for it, and he's now the under-18s manager, thereby concluding that incredibly thrilling story. Hello everyone and welcome back to more Careering Onwards with me, Mr. Grand 2, here at Liverpool on Football Manager 20. Hope you're doing well, we've not been doing as well as we have been. Let's have a look at our recent results since last time. Obviously last time we did lose to Benfica in the Champions League thanks to the goal from Rafael Farto, El Farto himself, getting the pretty undeserved win there for Benfica, but we did immediately get ourselves another win on the board in the Premier League. That is a 2-1 win against Aston Villa. Relatively sketchy performance. So we went behind 4 minutes in, but we did fight back. Moussa Dembele and then Mohamed Salah from the penalty spot to give us all 3 points. And we did also go through in the League Cup, 1-0 win against Sheffield United. Roberto Firmino getting the goal in that one. We will be playing Manchester United in the quarter-final. Could have been easier. That may well be something we do next time. What do we say about this? We lost for the first time in the league. We can beat Man City 4-1. We can beat Chelsea 3-1. But we can't beat Huddersfield. 19th place Huddersfield. They're still there. 19th. We can't beat them. Yeah, 1-0 defeat. What basically happened was they got a penalty that was a bit of a lucky penalty. Early on, they scored it, and then they just sat back and defended for the rest of the game. And credit to them, that is completely legal. Just the 10 shots on target, didn't score any of them. So that was very frustrating. That wasn't the end of the frustration though. We did get some revenge on Benfica, 1-0 win. Mohamed Salah getting the only goal in that one, and then a 4-0 win against Newcastle. Excellent performance from Marko Vujovic once again. And then a 4-0 win against Newcastle. Excellent performance from Marko Vujovic once again. Paqueta and Son also on the score sheet. Lovely stuff. And then a 0-0 with Wolves. Disappointing again, but actually it was a pretty special occasion. Kind of wish I'd recorded it because we've come close on at least one occasion, but this was a match in which there was literally no highlights. Not a single highlight for the entire game. Not even just one little one, nothing. Not a single one. We didn't have a single shot on target, which is slightly worrying, I suppose. But, I mean, I've never had a no highlights game, but that was finally one of them. We did also complete World Cup qualification with France. It was a 3-0 win against Bosnia and Herzegovina, and then a 4-0 win against Montenegro, getting the job done in style, winning the group with 22 points. Not quite maximum, but pretty close. Something to look forward to in the summer, our third straight summer of an international tournament. Anyway, today then we are going to be playing Celtic in the Champions League and then West Ham in the Premier League. Let's have a look at our Champions League group then. Finally poised because Celtic managed to beat Lyon, which was a very good result for us, which means quite simply if we beat Celtic today then we will qualify for the knockout stages. If Lyon and Benfica draw and we beat Celtic, then we will win the group today, which would be very nice indeed. If we lose to Celtic, then we're in all sorts of bother. It would be nice to rest some players in the game against Lyon. We're going to have to rest Mohamed Salah today. He's got a pretty minor injury, all things considered, but he's such an important player, and also he's kind of getting on a bit, so we don't want to risk him in any way at all. He has also signed a new contract, although it doesn't start until like the 16th of June or something weird, but then it does run to the end of 2027 season, so he's still wanted by PSG and Barcelona, even though it's been publicly announced he's signed a new contract, but hopefully he can't be, stolen away. Now, despite what I've just said, I'm looking at the team, and some of them are a little bit tired. We are going to rest quite a few players, actually, for this one. Celtic at home, we should be able to beat them pretty comfortably, you would think. We're going to keep Alisson in goal. Foucher and Van Dijk are going to stay at the back, but Jamal Lewis and Max Aarons are going to be playing at fullback. Lewis has actually played recently a little bit in place of Andy Robertson, who's not been his usual best self. Fabinho is going to be in midfield with Naby Keita and Lucas Paqueta as well. And then Son Heung-min and Harvey Elliott are going to be on the wings for us, with Roberto Firmino up front as well. Actually, I think we're going to bring in Joe Gomez for Virgil van Dijk as well, because again, he's getting up there. We don't want to risk him needlessly. I mean, they should have more than enough about them to get the job done. No disrespect to Celtic at all. I mean, they did give us a very good game in the first match of the group, and took the lead, in fact, didn't they? But hopefully at home we should be able to get the job done. Our home form clearly better than our away form. We haven't lost to Huddersfield at home. We lost them away, and the wins against Chelsea and City coming at home as well. So Anfield should be a good place for us. And there's a highlight from kickoff, which is still going. Harvey Elliott, he's been closed down though. There's a chance once again for us. Jamal Lewis driving forwards, finds Heung-min Son on the right hand side. He puts the ball across. It's cleared though by the Celtic defence, but we get it straight back. Foucher looking to play it forwards. Lovely ball to Roberto Firmino, and it's not his best finish ever. Harvey Elliott with a free kick, which is knocked not in, straight into the goalkeeper's gloves. We're certainly dominating, but still no breakthrough. I mean, I'm just pleased there's highlights after that Wolves game. Just pleased there's highlights. Okafor, great run, not a great finish. And at half-time, it's 0-0. Not great. What is the situation between Benfica and Lyon? Lyon are winning that one. What is the situation between Benfica and Lyon? Well, Benfica have missed a penalty, but Lyon are currently winning, which means that we would be going through because, Benfica can catch us. So a draw's fine in terms of us going through, but a win would be better, and it would certainly help if we want to top the group. Right, Benfica have equalised. Memphis Depay getting the goal. So what we need to do is just now go and score. Unfortunately, Celtic have scored. Carlos Alvarez with a sort of lofty finish, bit of a dinked finish. Good ball from Ewan Henderson, finds Gelson Martins, who, it was a header, and Alisson caught out. The other results going our way, which is out of our control. But the one thing that is in our control is it's not going well at all. They've had more shots on target than us. We're at home. We've not lost at home. We've lost away, obviously, but not at home. This is, action needed. Firmino coming off. I was thinking they'd get the job done. What do I know? It's not been good, really, from anybody. We'll bring on some of the big boys and hopefully get an equaliser. I mean, an equaliser now would not send us through, but that is gone now. We're not even going to... I was hoping we didn't have to play the Lyon game. Now we're gonna have to take that one seriously. We could have got the job done if I just played a full strength side like I planned to, but I decided no, we're not going to. We don't need to. I mean, we've equalised. Moussa Dembele against his old club, off the bench, grabbing a late equaliser. We might be able to push for a winner here, maybe. Good work from Harvey Elliott, and then it's a great run from Dembele. Actually, this is a fantastic goal. Strikes it from the edge of the area. Brilliant goal from Moussa Dembele. 9th of the season for him, but we could have sealed it today, and instead we've recovered a little bit from it, but we're still making it a lot more difficult for ourselves than it needs to be. Well, there we go. So Benfica have won. A 95th minute goal from Memphis Depay has given them the win. It means we're on 10. They're both on 7. It's I don't think we've qualified, have we? I mean, we probably have. See if anything comes up to say we've qualified. We apparently have qualified. I'm not entirely sure I trust that. Right, well, it says Q there, and the points, they just changed. So the table we were just looking at wasn't updated. That's okay, fine. So it's fine. It's absolutely fine. Benfica win. They're on 9 points. So yeah, Lyon can't get 10 points. We're definitely through, but we have to beat Lyon to make sure we go through as group winners. So it definitely feels like there's been a dip in form for sure. Certainly since the loss to Benfica, that's kind of, apart from the Newcastle game, not really been particularly good in any of the games we've played, but hoping for better stuff in a few days' time against West Ham. So then, the Premier League. Manchester City have won yet again. Let's have a look more clearly at the league table situation. And, our dropped points against Huddersfield and against Wolves mean that even if we beat West Ham, we will still be 4 points behind Man City. They are looking ominously good. Not dropped a single point all season apart from when we defeated them, and obviously we didn't capitalise on that because of our own sloppy performances. So we are going to go as full strength as possible for this one then, and Rodrigo Bentancur is just about back. He's not fit enough to start, but he can be on the bench today. I think we definitely missed his his influence in the middle of the pitch. But Alisson is going to be in goal. Andy Robertson is going to be back at left back. Voucher and Van Dijk going to be in central defence with Trent Alexander-Arnold on the right. De Jong, Salvador and Paqueta in midfield with Salah on the left, Vujovic on the right, and Moussa Dembele up front after his match-saving performance against Celtic. Definitely a much stronger side than some of the boys that played against Celtic in the Champions League. So hopefully we can get the job done in this one and get ourselves a little bit closer to Manchester City after our slip-ups. They got Dominic Solanke up front, 5 goals for him so far this season. Hammond on the left-hand side. Luke Hammond is pretty decent. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, and of course our former Liverpool captain Jordan Henderson in defensive midfield as well. So at home, I mean, I would expect nothing but a win from this. I'm going to say that to them, but obviously the game against Celtics kind of knocked that a little bit. We did have a very good record at home. I think it was a 100% record at home, but not anymore. In the league though, can we keep it up? Trent Alexander-Arnold on the right hand side. He goes for the shot, even though there were 2 players with the pass on. Mo Salah with a free kick. Voucher back. Okay, I mean Paqueta is offside, but that was pretty ridiculous. Chance at number 2 from the same spot, and Virgil van Dijk this time stays onside and also puts it into the goal. We've got the breakthrough quite early on here, which is most welcome. Big header from Van Dijk, as is his specialty, and we take the lead. Salah from the same position again, and this time Vujovic just heads wide. Well, already a much better performance than against Celtic, and clearly better than against Wolves. 7 shots on target compared to the 0 in that one. Much better all round. But at half-time, Van Dijk's goal is the only one that separates the sides. Good performance though. They've not had a single shot at all, so let's keep it up. 60 minutes gone. This is the first highlight of the second half. Paqueta running through. Badiashile tips it over for a corner. I would like another goal just to sort of make this safe. I don't feel particularly confident that we are going to see it out. Vujovic has had a pretty hit and miss game. He does have to work on being consistent. He's not particularly consistent at the moment. We'll take him off. And there's a chance for West Ham from a free kick. Pablo Fornals curls it in, onto the post, nearly in. That was a nervy moment. I mean, this is what I'm talking about. We're so dominant in the game, and yet we still have not found breakthrough. We'll bring on Bentancur, which is maybe a bit of a risk, but I think we need to try and get him back up to full fitness if at all possible. And we'll bring on Roberto Firmino for Moussa Dembele, who's been pretty disappointing, and hopefully that is going to be that. And it's been a relatively uneventful game. We found the breakthrough in the first half, and that's been all we've needed. Defensively, pretty good, but I mean, yeah, Mark Venus says disappointing performance. It was. I'm going to try and keep morale up. We'll go with this one. But again, lots of chances wasted. At least we created chances this time, though. That's something. And so there we go. We closed the gap to Manchester City, but it's a gap of our own making, really, our own fault. But 35 points, 4 behind them. We're 5 points clear of Chelsea, potentially 5 points clear of Arsenal if they win their game in hand. Otherwise, it'll be 8 points clear of them, and we are 6 points clear of Manchester United. So other teams are close, relatively close by, but I mean, so we're in a pretty good position. Second place is fine. I think it's always going to be difficult to overthrow Man City. They're just so good. They've won 5 in a row for a reason. It's going to take, I think, a couple of years for us to be able to do it. But we shall see what happens. Now, next time, I mean, the logical thing is to play the Lyon game. But actually, because we're through, obviously we want to win the group. But sometimes winning the group isn't actually really that good. It can actually be detrimental. It would probably be in our interest to finish top of the group. But then again, I mean, looking at the teams that are going to be qualifying, there isn't really anyone particularly who screams out as not being good enough. Maybe in this group here with Real Madrid, but otherwise. So I'm thinking actually we won't do the Lyon game, and obviously you'll find out what happens in it. But what we will do instead is probably Tottenham and Manchester United in the Premier League, and then the EFL Cup quarter-final. Bit of a local rivalry in that cup game there. Yeah, that's probably, I think, the most logical thing to do. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe as well so you don't miss the next one. And I will see you next time.